What what are some advantages of a cleanse or a reset in general?
Yeah, so generally, because we are taking out foods that we may be potentially sensitive to that cause inflammation and just reducing our overall toxic load, what we experience is more energy, clearer skin, better bowel movements. Weight loss is often a common side effect. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, people seem to improve in those areas. So, people who are potentially experiencing issues like joint pain, maybe, for like an unexplained reason, but common joint pain, headaches, poor bowel movements, just feeling like low energy, not feeling your best. And of course, there's a lot going on in the world that can also contribute, but our food, we're eating at least probably 3 times a day or more. And with every bite that you take, you're either, causing inflammation or lowering inflammation. It's a little more complicated than that, but it really makes a big difference. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're not feeling so good, or we attribute it to getting older or whatever it is. So people really experience benefits around issues that we sometimes just attribute to aging.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for that explanation. I agree, and I see with most of my patients that nutrition is going to be a key part of anyone's health, let alone whatever they're dealing with, whether it is joint pain or brain fog or other conditions. And I will say, the goal of this next month is really to jumpstart a healthy plan. It's not to say we're going to accomplish everything in the next 28 days, but this is going to be a great opportunity for, I know I'm going to be doing it along with other people in the clinic and just patients to have access to a little bit more intentional look at both nutrition and cleansing and detoxification in general. So yeah, thanks for the answer. I would say too, I wanted to ask specifically about this year. Like, I know you know a little bit about the product and some of the things we're doing. So what are some things that we can highlight for patients to learn about today with the specific kits that we're using and the program we're using?
Yeah, so we're using the Designs for Health Veggie Cleanse kit, and you'll be using two of the kits that are over there next to Dr. Trainer. Thank you. And so each kit contains 28 individual packets. So you'll be doing a meal replacement for breakfast and for dinner. Now you can definitely incorporate that, with other things like some fruit and vegetables. You can add some extra fiber in there. But each packet contains 17 grams of organic pea protein, along with other nutrients, including different herbs, different amino acids. It even includes a fruit and veggie blend on top of it. But what those nutrients do, and then you also have the amino detox in the packets, along with an enzyme that helps with the digestion of the pea protein. But what all of those do is they help with supporting phase 1 and phase 2 of detoxification. And I don't know if you want to get into explaining the different phases, but we want both of those phases to be supported. And two of the biggest ways that we can do that is through incorporating protein and grains. And
Mm,
people often think of grains and veggies, green leafy veggies, etc., other veggies too, for detoxification, like think juice cleanses, but they
mm.
often don't support it with protein. And it's so important to have those building blocks of protein, those amino acids, because that's what's really going to support phase 2 and help carry um, the toxicants that were transformed in phase 1 to actually transform them into something water soluble so they can be excreted by the body.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see how this works. We did a reset here last year as well at the center, and we still have patients coming in telling us how successful it was for them. And and so I think that this is only going to magnify that. We're going to have an even better one this year because this year there has been so many different challenges, whether it be to our immune system, to our daily lifestyle that at least personally, I probably drank more alcohol in 2019 than I had in many other years. So I'm excited to not only do the kit, but also there's an app and there's a weekly email that we'll be sending out. So we have an app called Well World that we're partnering with to be able to deliver daily reminders, recipes, daily videos. And so this detox, this reset really is as comprehensive as someone wants to make it. You could, just do the kits, which will still definitely help, but we want to provide really as much opportunity as people want to take control of their health over this next month. So, Evelyn, can you mention a little bit about Well World and talk about some of the advantages of having that?
Sure. So Well World is the exclusive wellness app from the Center for Health and Wellbeing, and it's like having a health coach in your pocket. So your plan will be included here. Sorry for some of the
Oh,
window.
that's good.
But you'll be able to track your movement, and that ties into either your Apple Health app or if you have a Fitbit. Um, your sleep, if you're tracking that, you can track it manually, or if you have apps to do it, it'll tie into the app, your water intake, and then all of your nutrition. So you'll just be able to check off when you've had your veggie cleanse shake in your packet for breakfast and dinner. And then for lunch, we actually have a menu included. So you can check it off. We have recipes included either by day or by type. And we also have shopping lists. So we've made it super, super easy. It'll just have your shopping list for, per week. And so there is a 4-week plan here. Now, and then if you want to read a little bit more, you can read about what's eliminated, what's not. And we also have more extensive daily guides for each day. And then there are also videos by Dr. Trainor that will share a little bit more about detoxification, detoxifying things in the home, not just our bodies. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Same. Yeah, thanks for that explaining Well World. I'm really excited to incorporate that. Last year, we used weekly emails, which were still successful, and our plan is to still send out some information for maybe those that aren't ready to use an app for whatever reason. And thankfully, that each kit does contain a nice little guide as well, and there's pretty clear foods to avoid. There's some sample menus, so we're making this available regardless of your technological skills and abilities. But really, the app is helpful. It gives, like you said, daily reminders. We're going to have motivational things, and it's going to be great. And so, yeah, kind of
Yeah.
want to just land it there. I will pull up our flyer. So this is going to be, you can call the clinic now to talk about it. Ideally, one other advantage is that most people have already been screened and are already working with someone here at the Center for Health and Wellbeing. However, you can also schedule an additional visit with me to start your program, where we will be highlighting or we'll be personalizing the plan to you. It's already very robust, but maybe there is a concern that you have that maybe hasn't been answered. So here is the flyer that we put together, and basically it tells you a little bit more about it. The one thing I didn't mention is that part of the program does include the option to have a body composition analysis done by me before and after the program, which is unique. It gives us, the InBody machine gives us free fat mass, percent body fat, total body water, extracellular water. So it gives some markers of metabolic health that go beyond just the number on the scale. So that's a pretty unique thing that many clinics charge up to $80 just for that one reading on that. So a lot of exciting stuff. And I'll mention the cost as well. So we were able to get a really good price for patients. This is which is exciting to me because we care about our patients' health. I really want to make this available to as many people. So the price of $289 comes out to basically $10 a day or $5 a meal, which is probably less. I know it's less than I spend on food already. So I think it's a very affordable option. It's a good option, and yeah, I'm really excited to get started with people.
Yeah, and then one thing on the Well World app, when you're tracking on that, Dr. Trainor can actually see if you're
Mm.
tracking or not. So he can check in with you if you aren't tracking, just to make sure that everything's okay. And then Dr. Trainor, if you don't mind me mentioning one thing regarding what you said you drank more in 2020 alcohol. I
2020,
did
yeah.
not drink in 2020.
Wow.
Yes. And one of the things that I think scares people about the cleanse sometimes is that we were eliminating alcohol.
Mm.
And if you want to, we can actually do a session on that together, in terms of approaching it. Because I've done detoxes in the past and I was like using willpower to keep from drinking. And
Mm,
now I don't use willpower at all. It's just easy. And so I'd love to share more just about how, you can approach that differently rather
mm,
than trying to white knuckle your way through that. So,
got it. Yeah, I'd love to
yeah.
talk about that. Yeah, I shared that just as an example. I'd say the harder thing for me to reduce is going to be coffee. So I think we will have to address that, both myself and with probably many of the participants, whether it's caffeine. So I think it'll be really good. So
Yeah.
I would
And I
say
do
that,
say that.
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just regarding caffeine, I have people gradually reduce. I think that's okay, rather than quitting cold turkey.
Mm.
So we can talk about that more as we actually, start the cleanse together. So,
Yeah, really excited to get started. So I'd say the main things to know about here are that we do have, so here's the clinic phone number, and you can call, you can reserve your kit, you can come in and pick it up. And the next thing that we'll be doing as a group is actually a virtual launch party. So 6 p.m. next Wednesday evening, myself, and we also have a special guest, Chef Sadie King is going to be doing a short demo of a few of the recipes that we have highlighted for week 1 of the cleanse. So that's going to be really exciting. If you have questions, we'll be around after the demo to answer them. And that'll be a really great opportunity to kind of, you may even get to meet others that are doing the cleanse together. So, so yeah, that's kind of the next thing to know about. But I would call, you can get on my schedule if you'd like that initial consultation. Any of the providers here are able to basically get you started with this stuff. So whatever the best option is for you, we're here for you, and we can't wait to do it.
yeah, thank you. And also, Dr. Trainer, if they can't come into the clinic to pick it up, there is another way where you can purchase it online. So don't worry.
Yes, exactly. So we do have patients that may have moved away or want to do this, and yeah, or just aren't able to come in, whether it's due to COVID or other things. So exactly. So the front desk is aware of that. They'll be able to direct you to the proper channel for you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Evelyn. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's see. Stop record.